put this over here. Yeah, right there. Oops. Hi. Gonna get onto my gaming. Okay, let me just get everyone here. Okay. Now I'm gonna move this. Actually, no. We should do this real quick. And pop out. Okay. So this will go like right there. And this, trying a different setup today, guys. It's not really working. JDO skill. Believe in you, Lee. I can't do anything with this one. Okay. Can put it there. And then yes. Gotcha. Okay. So I'll close that for now, and then let's take this off. And I'm pretty sure everything should be good to go. Let's load it up. Let's go apple juice. Do I have to adjust the screen size again? That would be dumb. Hello? Why are you like this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Ta-da! Capcom, here we go. Okay. Ooh, it's loud. That was loud. Alright, let's get going. Load game, and here we go. Okay, wait a minute. What's going on here? Why is the... Hey.
My friends told me.
This is so... Okay, wait. So many things are happening at once. I need this to be quiet. No, I kind of want the effects pretty loud, just so I can hear it. Now I can do this. Aha! Yes.
Are we gonna be doing voicing?
Yes, we are.
Yay! My thing is not loading.
It's not loading? Oh, game.
Angst piece.
Okay. Whew. Here we go.
So I just came from a watch party. My friend said that we were watching a zombie comedy. It was not. It was a murder mystery. So I made Ace Attorney references.
Wow. Murder mystery. This is going pretty slow. It's running pretty slow, I realized.
It is pretty slow.
Court will now reconvene. Maybe I will do this. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Are you blinking, Judge? I need you... Oh my god. You blink slow. Yeah, okay. 1 minute. Gameplay...
out my
do
door
this.
without ring. I just get annoyed by my.
I forgot to read. Court will reconvene. Blah 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 blah. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again. That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. Sadly, fatigue. Okay, wait. I think I know why. It's because Discord is running in the back for me. And I need. Let me try one thing. Let me try something. If I do this, can I do this? Oh, okay. Well. The defense would like to. Okay. To request that Miss O'Reilly take the stand. Very well. Oh, I think last time I gave him the Jigoku voice because he was a judge.
Yeah, you did.
Very well. The witness will take the stand. The witness will take the stand. Okay. There she is again. Am I?
Oh my god, that is so cool.
Yeah. It's Discord, that's why, and I don't know how to fix it. Okay, whatever. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession? Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser. Is that grammar? Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, what the fuck? She's a pirate. What? I'm a bro dealer. Oh my god, what the frick is going on here?
What just happened?
What kind of accent do I give you now?
I guess I think she's still Russian.
She's a pirate, bro. I don't know. I think no, because she
No,
stopped doing the Russian accent, bro.
Okay, I can.
Yeah, figure something out, Lee. That's your job.
I'll do a normal voice.
Okay.
Here's Olga Early. The truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers. Or what?
Quick
People call me Olga Quick Fingers. Quick Fingers or
Oh! Oh, really?
Want to know something else?
No, not really.
I'm not really Russian. My last name sounds like. Oh, really?
I've been saying that. I'm so smart.
Why did I give her a British?
There, we're British now.
I hope you're satisfied.
No, Kristoff looks British.
Stop reading British. Oh my god. Stop reading British. Memes.
Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to. I can't do this. It's so slow.
It's so slow.
How do I? Okay. Options.
Can't you like speed the thing up in the settings? Gameplay.
No, it's because of Discord running in the back. It's all because of Discord. It's always Discord.
Okay, I think you can do something in the control panel to make it low maintenance. I don't know. That's not to do it here.
Maybe I can. Oh, okay. Wait 1 second. Let me just change the window size. Back to menu. I already saved.
Maybe it's the stream. Like, try.
No. My screen is also very slow. Oops. Return. Bang bang bang. Okay, that was smooth. Let me do. Nope. If it's smaller, will it work? That's my question. Now, oh, hello. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll try this. Cords of steel, here we go. Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night. There we go.
Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see?
Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences.
Fine.
Take him seriously. You hear that voice? He's menacing.
Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress.
So you were in cahoots with the victim?
Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying the legend. The unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand. And then, deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands are revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and then the trap would snap shut.
You swap the cards. That would be Smith. MK, hello.
Posed as a cheater and losing on top of it. Would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces.
Indeed. Getting caught red-handed and cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins.
7-year legend, destroyed by one little card. That was the plan.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. Oh really, oh really? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. A mistake? I agree. The trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to the planted card? Hey, that's right!
He's lucky, give him that. He'd have to be slipped free from a trap laid by Olga Quick-Fingers Orley.
Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick.
Girl? Cute? Who wants to be cute?
Iris Wilson.
Cute? I'm back, you hear me? Oops.
You're a baddie? Sorry.
She's a baddie.
When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. Witness testimony. The best laid traps.
That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost. The last hand like he was supposed to. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it.
With his right hand. Get it? Apollo, please, shut up. Okay, sorry.
It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant.
Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't me. That was a weird... I don't know what that was. A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us in mostly the dark.
The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect! The rotten cheater hadn't messed it up.
How did I mess it up? Look who's talking! Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Me, I need a prosecutor. Mr. Wright, what are you talking about? A certain prosecutor. You know, he wears a lot of red. This planted card, which was, whoops. Which card was it exactly? Uh-oh.
Oh, whoops. The trump card. The 5 of hearts. Sorry, I was drawing.
Bro, what?
I'm double working.
Okay, sure. Let me guess. Mr. Wright was to have switched the 5 with the ace to make a full house. Is this what you were going to accuse him of doing, thereby ruining his legend?
Slid it into Wright's pocket.
When was this?
Right before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the Borscht Bowl Club, we serve borscht and suckers.
Okay. Remind me never to go there.
Of course. The card was to make its grand debut during the game. Like a good borscht. A good plot must be cooked up early and allowed to thicken.
I don't even know what borscht is.
Neither do I.
And I think it's like a stew. Don't know. So everything went according to plan.
Exactly. The 5th date came up, so the obvious switch went off without a hitch. Once the extra card was found in his pocket, Wright would be forever known as a cheat.
There are worse things to be known as, I suppose. Tell us what happened with the search. The card disappeared?
Yeah, my trump card, the 5 of hearts. Gone. Without a trace. Poof. Zippo. What does Zippo mean?
I don't know.
We searched every nook and cranny.
What? Whoa, hold on.
Ayo. And even his cute little hat.
His hat says Papa on it. It's so cute. But the card was nowhere to be found. Is this correct?
Never in my long, storied career. Never has quick fingers Horley been so readily duped.
Oh, really? That's what he says! So, what did happen to that 5 farts?
Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying two-faced defendant?
How about I look at my court record? For anything at all. The bottle? What? The bottle's completely empty. Wow, thanks, Apollo. Really? I never would have guessed. Would it be in his phone? His Nokia? His falling apart Nokia? Beep, beep, boop, beep. Oh, look. Here's a wall. Let me just dial in my phone number. There's no magnifying glass. I keep forgetting. Okay, what? So the 5 of hearts is still missing in action.
MIA.
Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? Your face! Haha! Gotcha! Sorry. You searched Mr. Wright, thoroughly and found nothing, right? Which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim.
Well...
what the hell was that?
That's what the warning was before.
What was that just now? I sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder? Miss O'Reilly? You're hiding something.
What are you talking about? You... Me? Miss O'Reilly?
No.
Hide something?
defense will restrain from baseless accusations! I have one question for the witness, then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it's true.
Oh, she did it again.
I did see it, honest. I saw it when right hit him.
Oh my god.
Oh, so you can tell the lies. I saw it when right hit him. With my own eyes I saw it.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting? That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. She touched the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Touching her neck, was it? Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, what? Whoa! What's going on? This sensation. It's coming into focus. There. That twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit like I couldn't before.
Is this the thing?
Oh my god.
Gotcha!
Whoa!
Is this the niche thing?
That's so cool.
Actually kind of crazy.
Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself.
Orally? Or
It's O'Reilly. She said O'Reilly.
unaware of what?
Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand.
My neck? So what?
What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. A memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us? Her habit is scratching her neck when she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her the most of the moment of the crime? It's early. Whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression on your neck. You know, something it's this. Something with defense lawyers. Defense lawyers, they don't know how to talk. Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of the moment than this bottle? The murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? What's he talking about now? It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you! This is a cross-examination, not cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant. Justice, I'll admit I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later, just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. Miss O'Reilly, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment.
I am knowing nothing.
Nikolina Pavlova, what are you doing here?
How did you...
We know you're not Russian. The witness will testify, please. Now.
Fine.
And when she takes her clothes off, like her pot goes with it.
He's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sights until the cops got there.
You seem uneasy.
You try standing up here.
Alright, walks up to her. You seem uneasy. Her eyes are darting all over the place. I must be getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like?
Oh, well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime.
Okay, wait, it's going too fast now.
It's fine for me, because, like...
There we go.
He sat in a daze at that table, with until the cops came.
Intriguing. I believe you've gotten a testimony you're going to get out of this witness. Oh, all the testimony? Yep, you're getting all the testimony.
Yep,
So what do you think about her testimony? I'll tell you what I think. You remind me of a certain glasses-wearing brother who, you know, killed Flawed. Yeah, okay, no, I made Hugo, and I was like, this guy reminds me of someone, and it's fucking Kristoff. Her testimony is basically bogus. It contradicts the evidence. What's that? What's that? I don't know. Whoa! Show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. The evidence that you claim contradicts the testimony. She didn't let him out of her sight until the cops got there. I know there's some evidence that contradicts that. Yeah. Miss O'Reilly, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of Borscht Bowl Club. Borscht Bowl Club.
Borscht Bowl Club.
So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Oh my god. I want to see what that picture looks like.
Not pretty.
It's like a 0.5.
Man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant.
It was
I'm trying to like figure out the tone.
Shady.
Of what she says.
It was Mr. Shady Smith. Oh, that's what the eek was at the beginning. It was her. Eek. Yeah, that's it.
Ew, spiders. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no.
Showdown time.
Spiders.
You dirty cheat. Check his pockets now. It's gone. The card's gone. I don't know who's talking right now. You lose.
Probably. That's definitely.
Ah!
That's definitely shady. Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to Ryan.
Just then or justice? Okay. Okay. And hit me.
I'm trying to figure out the tones for everything. It's difficult.
You must be some master of cheating. Eek. Oh, there he is.
And I came to.
The victim. Oh, the victim was already dead. Is that it?
That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure.
Well, it happened anyways.
Well, it happened anyways.
Well, where does this leave us? Whoa, that's what happened to my voice. Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all of this. It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin? Sir? I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss O'Reilly a big fat liar. Few were in the room at the night of the murder. The defendant, the victim, and her. She has a motive. A motive? Her plot foiled, the witness has gotten into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And the denouement of that argument was murder.
What? I didn't. I'm no killer.
Do you want to focus on drawing? I can read.
It's fine, I want to do this. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me.
I know who. I'm pretty sure.
Hi, Phoenix.
What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled we can't catch ourselves in the process.
What are you, a poet?
Mr. Right! I'm a pianist and a poet and I'm a multiple trick pony. Such a hasty conclusion.
Okay.
It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. There was a 5th passenger on the omnibus. The Phoenix Wright omnibus. Right. Like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors were even being used. A 4th person.
Ha! This theory again, your 4th person doesn't exist!
What about 20 pens? Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here there are no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal.
The real criminal?
And we're in luck. The clue to the criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. Oh, it's the blue cards.
What?
Apollo? Perhaps you know what I'm talking about? Perchance.
I don't.
Sorry. Remember what I said. The 4th person who swapped the cards made one critical error. He or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Right. No,
Right.
you're Phoenix Wright. No, correct. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. Yeah, I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was?
Really?
It's not me, I swear!
Oh.
Who is this 4th person?
4th person. Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's hear what the defense has to say. So who was it? Oh my gosh, it's not British localization anymore. Defense is spelled with an S. Boo! Who caught the cards and used the final game? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue? As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. Well, what about your hair? I was right? No, I'm right. No! Damn it! Christoph Gavin, you were the 4th person that night. But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards! How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime is black and white. You can't tell which cards are blue. The ones on the floor or the table. But look! You can see the colors in the photo! Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light.
Oh.
It's true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs, weathered in blue flame, know its final outcome. Well, Christoph? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? I changed the voice. No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph? You know I'd never take a joke this far. You've been flirting with the same prosecutor for like 7 years.
This has gone beyond ridiculously beyond dumb. This is insanity! The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder?
I assure you, I'm quite sane.
But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim?
I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either.
Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met.
Well, what if they have?
Huh?
There is a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started.
What are you suggesting?
I might change his voice again. What are you suggesting? I don't know. Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you...
Objection.
The defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin? Testimonies must relate to the case. How can anything happen before that game of poker be related?
Because I felt led to the murder, dumbass.
I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. I think I'm gonna go with that instead. As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss O'Reilly. Am I to assume that you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Oh, okay. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yeah, absolutely. This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along, and I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. Et tu, Justice? Would you betray me? You're a teacher. Wow, this is really getting into cagey territory. I'm so sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. It's about the truth. Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright. Well, please, we'll take the stand, please. I can't read. I can never read. Here we go, witness testimony. Oh. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin? You were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder? I dine with him rather frequently. We're exes.
And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder?
Quite against my will. I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, right? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. Okay, I see Naruhodo. I see Ryunosuke in that one.
Oh yeah, Ryunosuke.
As I did back then, and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong.
So, who killed that guy? Is it Gavin?
I'm pretty sure it was him. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice. Sir! He's lying, and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial? Welcome to Ace Attorney, Apollo. You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently. We're enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual. Usual? I always eat at the table closest to the piano. I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting.
So the plates and such on the dinner table were from your dinner?
Indeed. The remnants of my meal with Kristoff. We dined for 2 hours, then Kristoff left. After that, Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. 5 minutes? So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time. That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure.
Oh, Mr. Wright, what was it that you said?
What? I don't know. What is it that I said?
Kristoff Gavin and Shady Smith may have met.
I believe I did say that.
Here I was all nervous about this meeting. And now we hear they just passed in the hall?
That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder. Oh, it would be, if that were all that really happened. Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time? When the trap failed, Smith, blah, 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 blah. About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga O'Reilly mentioned? We're doing this again. I'm gonna skip this. 5 aces, blah, blah, blah. You swapped the cards. Okay. It's all fun games here. Yes, a harmless prank in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I know to discover it. That I happened to discover it. Quirk. I'm so quirky that way, and not like other girls. I happened to put my hand in my pockets
Not like other girls.
and found a card. The card she planted! Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Disposed? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. Threw the card inside the bottle. An empty bottle of... The murder... No, fucking... No. No. This... No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No.
Every bottle.
No.
What are you looking for?
A card. There's no card in there.
Check the cap. Maybe it's folded.
Okay. I don't want auto. No, do not press F.
Check the cap. Maybe it's like folded and shoved in the cap.
Can't even see it, bro. Okay, it's not the cap. Because I can't do anything when I hit the cap.
I mean, like, just angle it up so you can see it through the bottom.
Yeah, it's not there, bro. The murder weapon?
Peel the sticker. Peel the sticker.
Yes, I rolled it. Rolled it. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. This is not real. It's not there, dumbass. What are you talking about, Phoenix
maybe-
Wright?
Maybe it's a different bottle that's not in the evidence yet.
Probably. Oh, fuck you. A battle of wits. This is the wrong game. Between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. It sounds like a terrific drama. A card inside the murder weapon? That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Now I have to... Alright, now I do it. That's the wrong piece of evidence. Okay, what? Grape juice. The bottle is fucking empty.
Yeah, maybe it is the wrong bottle that you grabbed.
Oh my god, this is a stupid contradiction. I'm not looking for a card. I discovered that the trap during the game and disposed of it in the card in the bottle. No,
How would you shove it in the bottle anyway?
He
It's
rolled
so
it up
narrow.
and threw it in.
Yeah, but it's so narrow.
Mr. Wright, if I may? Yes? I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here. No? What, Mr. Wright? Surely, ellipses. This isn't all you have to say for yourself. I can't say I know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however... Huh? Perhaps a 5th person and took it out. Oh, and a 6th person could have helped. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. I'm playing. He's so sassy now that when I voice him. I won't have you disparaging our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle. There was nothing. So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Oh. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO.
Ring. Sorry.
Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner, signed the photograph. Walked 5 minutes later, card in the bottle. To call the police. He was dead, bloodstreaming from a cut on his forehead. And when you returned, the victim was already dead, yes. I'll admit I was a little startled when I walked in. A little? He was bleeding from his forehead after all. I guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that. That's when...
Just chilling over here.
He...
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if I may? Yes. Take a look at this photograph. Look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see any blood on his forehead. Good point.
He's so chill about it. Oh my
Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it.
God. There.
Okay?
There, I put the into it.
There's a hat on him! Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court? I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put the hat on his head. Eh? You put the hat on the dead man's head? He wore it through the entire poker game. After calling the police when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. He was bald. He was bald and he was torturing people who have hair. Shining bright, just like this photograph.
Yo.
And
What's up, Brown?
I picked up
Yo.
his... Hello.
Hey.
I picked up his hat from the floor and put it on his head.
Why would you do such a thing like that?
All I can say is, I'm sorry. But that's the only thing I touched at the crime scene. So, Miss O really didn't see it? It being the victim's, his head. I think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head. Here we go again.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Mr. Gavin? Pardon. It seems that our client is determined to lie his way through the case. Aww. Hey, he's still our client, isn't he? I believe that's enough of that. Mr. Gavin? This witness's testimony is more like travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you lost your attorney's badge 7 years ago. 7 years ago!
7 years
Wow.
ago, you lost the badge.
You certainly have a
Goddamn.
unique way of treating your clients, Kristoff. I never knew. I believe it was
Kristoff
you.
from Frozen. What are you doing here?
I believe it was you who threw the first stone. Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled, I haven't told a single lie here. When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well.
Oh my god, it's in the hat.
A reason?
It's
Take the goddamn hat off.
That reason is right.
Phoenix,
Right.
take the goddamn
right.
hat
What do
off.
you mean? Right? What do you mean, right? Right? What do you mean, right here? What do you mean it's right,
Right.
there?
Right,
You're right
what-
there.
The reason
Right,
is right
it's,
here.
It's right there.
Your cell phone? Your Nokia cell phone in 2025, 4, 3, I don't know what year we're in. That night, recall that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded our conversation.
Clever.
Of course.
Maya, and it just says, Maya, I need you to hang on to some evidence for me. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong message. What's this?
Uh-oh.
Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court.
The fuck you mean?
Hey, Kristoff, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you too, right? Kristoff, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well? Something like that. That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good? He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard. You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china plate? It wasn't you, was it? Me? Please. The cop should... Wait a minute!
Wait a damn
How
minute.
did-
Something ain't right. Something ain't right here. Hold on.
How did he... Okay, so Phoenix was lying,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and
I
then
said
Kristoff
it.
is like, oh yeah, he's bald. Me? Please, the cop should be here in a minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that.
So, what does this mean?
Bone china plate? Kind of porcelain. Very smooth and shiny. Not plate, but pate. Wait, did he say pate and I said plate? No, plate,
No,
yeah.
you were right.
I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So, after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club? Well, certainly. Then, how did he know? When did he see this bone china plate? Oh, that's right! Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you'd like to explain this to the court. Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? So this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin? It's come down to this, has it? Phoenix Wright. Okay, we get it, you dated. You can leave it behind you now. Order! I will have order, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. I believe this court has left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear defense attorney Gavin's testimony? Well, as prosecutor, I... Very well, we'll break for 10 minutes. After which Mr. Gavin will take the stand for cross-examination. Are we clear on that? Crystal clear, Your Honor. Very well, this will be the final recess for the day. This is crazy. Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Who would have thought today would turn out like this? Who's this? May I? Trucy! Huh? What?
Well, sir, please pick a card.
What's all this about? Is this one okay?
Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it.
What? A trump card?
The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. That's all. Yay, Truce!
An ace? Where do I remember that card from?
Ace?
Is this the 5th ace? 5 aces in all. Oh, this is the 5th ace.
Why is that wine or...
Why is there blood on it? The
Either
missing
blood
5th
or-
ace. Wait, this blotch of red. Is this blood?
You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth.
Okay.
My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it.
Trucy! This bloodstained card is my trump card for finding the truth? I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this all meant. That girl. I'd seen her recently, but where? That's when I made the connection.
Oh my...
Look at her, she's so cute.
so cute.
Bloody ace added to the court record. Oh, it's just me.
Gavin no longer there. Ooh.
Court will now reconvene. Defense attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? Hey, bitch, what's up? And then if you would, Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. Well, Mr. The witness state his name and occupation. Is this farce necessary, Your Honor? Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom. Squawk, squawk. Did I hear a parrot? Fine, I'll play along. First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? By secret, I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith is bald. Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have
What are you doing there?
Oh my God!
What are you doing there?
The music!
Excuse me, what are you doing?
It's his objection theme. Oh my god, they're playing his objection theme!
Van, breathe.
I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin. Inordinate. Mr. Wright! What do you think you're doing, Wright? Now, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo? Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off, except for that one time. That one time being the instance when he was hit. Oh! When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, that hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, you would have had to been there in the hideout, at the time of the crime. In other words, I must be the real killer. Is that what you're trying to say? Uh-oh.
He's not, is he?
He is. That's one of the spoilers I know. That's like the only spoiler I know. He looks so full of life now. Phoenix! What happened to you? Not bad, Apollo.
So, was Apollo part of the other games, like in the original?
Nope, this is his first appearance. Mr. Gavin? I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with the court. What? Oh, I assure you, I have the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet I'm afraid in the current situation, I see little reason to hide anything. Very well, allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night. Finally! You may begin your testimony. Tell us. How are you involved with the Knights of the Fateful Night? How are you... I don't... Whatever. Testify. That fateful night. The rage I sensed in that man The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in the window through the... through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead, as he appeared in the photo. A bald head, unconscious girl, and Wright holding his bottle in hand. I sensed that it was not the best place for me to be at the time, so I left. That's when the call came from Wright.
So you witnessed the murder?
For better or for worse, I witnessed the actual moment of the deed. 1 second, please. We do not have a layout of the place, okay? Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you were on Mr. Wright's defense team? Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. Your Honor, you were just telling him to testify truthfully. What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand after all. So you are, Mr. Gavin. And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell him you saw the scene of the crime through that little window. Mr. Wright? You had to say that. Because that was the only probable window of opportunity. Right, Apollo? Mr. Wright? The defendant should not do the cross-examination. Not the defendant. The defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder. The rage, I say. Oh, I miss the rage. That man? You mean Mr. Smith? He was different from the other customers. His aura, shall we say. Okay, I know he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that.
So then, you knew the true nature of your client's job?
Of course. But I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. Well, it makes sense that he know they were friends after all. Worried for my friend, I returned to the club. You see, I feared Mr. Smith might be someone coming to settle an odd score.
I see. What happened then?
I went down to the basement and peeked through the little window in the hideout. Oops, no, go back. The little window. You mean the one used to keep watch from the stairs? Yes, a relic of the ancient past. Black marketed Mark, whatever. Why did you go through the trouble of peeking through the window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go in the room? I didn't want to upset Wright, you see. Upset Mr. Wright? Yes, what if my fears had been unfounded? I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least. So far, everything he's saying makes sense. Must have been right after the murder took place. How did you know it was right after the murder? Really, no need to shout, Justice. Okay, let me rephrase that. How did you know it was right after the murder? Really, no need to shout, Justice.
He's shouting justice.
I was just getting to that part in my testimony. Ah, there he is. The coldest defense in the West. We know. The West! We know and love. Even if you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change. I was afraid you'd change too, right? But you haven't. You and that overbearing personality of yours. With friends like these, who needs enemies? The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene? Precisely. You see, he wasn't wearing his hat then. I saw his head when he was dead. And then Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat. Can you describe the scene of the crime for us? Bald head and unconscious girl and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. Those were the only three at the scene of the crime? Yes, as far as I saw at least. Then we're back to where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend. There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. Justice, I said I saw no one, not a soul. But that goes against what Mr. Wright said. Yes, this mysterious 4th person. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose. Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such thing would be necessary. How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card was swapped out with the 5th ace. The 5th ace? Right.
You love the 5th ace, bro.
Well, Mr. Justice, the question of why the killer would swap out a card has been raised. Can you point to a reason? Not yet. No, not yet, Your Honor. Not yet. Ha! Pathetic. Not yet, try not ever. Well, Mr. Gavin? Oh, I'm willing to wait for as long as it takes. Great, I don't even know what the heck I'm looking for. Apollo? Yes, sir! Don't forget, you already know the answer. You just don't realize it yet. I already know the answer? Take a moment to think it over again, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna... Wouldn't it have been better to wait for the police to arrive? Remember though, by that time I was already Wright's defense attorney. It wouldn't do for me to become part of the investigation. That makes sense. Or does it? I'm confused. Well, what happened next? Yeah. That's when the call came from Wright. Where were you when the phone call came? I'd already left the Borscht Boat Club by that time. On the phone he asked me to defend him. Naturally, I was surprised. I accepted it, however. Oh my god! I couldn't abandon him. Sorry. So kind of you. So far, everything jives with Mr. Wright's testimony, I think. Jives? Is it going to be a problem for you to cross-examine your own boss? I'm fine! Who is it that taught me to never pull punches in cross-examination? It was you, Mr. Gavin. I learned it from watching you. Okay, I'm gonna...
Not gonna lie, he has a very punchable face.
Gavin?
Like, no, I don't mean this in like a harmful, hateful way. He just, I don't know.
Okay, what if we shorten his hair and give him brown hair?
I don't know.
He'd look like Hugo.
Oh, no wonder.
Those were the only three at the scene of the crime. Was it this one that I pressed? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I returned once the story was a crack.
Here we go. Yeah, I did the right thing. I show the card here. Because there's blood on the card. It's now or never. The defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why a card was swapped out. Then go ahead and point out your reason, Mr. Justice. Why did the killer take the fifth ace? Because there was
There's blood.
blood on it.
There's blood on the ace.
There's blood on the Ace Attorney.
My reason is,
There's blood on the ace attorney's hands.
this. Is that an ace? Why is it?
Why?
Why it's got blood on it? Right next to the spade. What? This is insane. Why wasn't I told about this? Why? Could this be? Could this be the missing fifth ace?
Oh, whoa.
Inconceivable. How could you?
Jury
What are you doing with that card?
You're so
Well,
scary.
that's the thing. Why is Mr. Kevin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards are a stock trade, after all. No. Impossible. Unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? What? I would think that the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime. Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo and the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down to the back of his head. Oh my god, I was literally just... This is so stupid! I was literally just rewatching my playthrough of Return of the Great Departed Soul, and they were talking about the blood was like dripping this way. Fuck.
Yeah.
I should have realized that. Ah. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards? I suppose. The killer then took the card to hide the blood. Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible. Oh? Right. Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence? Well, let me tell you something about evidence law.
Makes no sense.
Wow. It makes zero sense.
Rise from the ashes. Oh, we can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question. What are you talking about?
We're talking about Kristoff.
You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene? And now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see. This is baseless conjecture. Baseless. That was Apollo.
Apollo.
Oh, it was Phoenix. No, it was Phoenix.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because it's this new voice actor. I have to get used to that.
I assure you, it's quite based.
Oh,
It's
good
quite
job.
based.
I sure it's quite based. Mr. Wright, you're based. What?
Mr. Wright is based.
It's amazing, really. How a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Well, obviously, after the 30-foot drop, he was still alive and climbed out of the wooden cage, and then Courtney Scythe stabbed him. Sorry, that's...
You're such a.
Try picturing the scene of a crime in your head.
I want to
Oh,
see.
shit.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! 3D.
What the fuck is this?
Ew, it's 3D. It's 3D.
The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped the card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with this scene. Well, what is it? Let's keep it
Santa.
Let's keep it simple, shall we?
Simple, shall we?
Simple, shall we? Herlock Sholmes. Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on the card, whose position this diagram does not fit. It's the victim's. It has to be, because, like, his blood... It's the
Yeah.
victim's. It's-
Where?
You.
Mr. V.
Well,
person.
isn't it the victim's position that's the problem? I don't follow your
Yes.
logic here, Mr. Justice.
Yeah,
Well, look, the victim was struck on his head, sending him back in his chair. You think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. Ah! Take a look at the photo again. If he bled into this position,
Phoenix.
the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards.
Mr. Right. Mr. Right.
Why, that's
Mr.
right.
Right.
No, I'm right. No, Justice. I'm Justice.
Phoenix.
So what does this
Can
mean?
you just tell the court what happened, please?
And so-
Phoenix, stop hiding
Well,
so many secrets.
No,
Just
he
tell us
can't
what the
tell.
fuck happened.
He can't tell him what happened because he didn't actually see it.
What kind of plot twist?
Can't he tell
bullshit?
everything?
Because he no. Okay, listen, he can't tell because the entire thing happened when he was making a call to Kristoff on the floor above. Like, and that was like right after that what's her name got hit on the head. Oh, really? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. I'm sitting in a swivel chair. Swivel chairs? Oh man. Apollo, try turning the chair around. Recreate the crime scene?
So maybe look at the picture before we go through the crime scene. No.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
That was so
Oh,
cool.
somebody
shit,
was
the
in
chair
the closet.
spins. Holy shit,
Somebody
the
was
chair
in the closet. Somebody
This
was
is
in the
this
closet.
is a discovery. Take a picture.
The chair was facing the other way. It would have to be.
Duh.
Well, he's facing the closet now, meaning
Somebody was in the closet.
The
That was
victim's chair was
somebody.
facing away from the table.
Sorry, that was me.
When Mr.
Get
Wright
out of
returned
the
from the
closet.
informing police. Why was
I
the chair
don't-
facing? When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo. That would
Wait,
mean
get out of the closet, you.
the killer turned the chair back around.
So he could exit out of the closet.
Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. Again?
Goofy ass haircut.
Let's test your reasoning skills, shall we? Logic and reasoning spectacular who? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of this crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses? What? What am I doing? Whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime?
Wouldn't that be
The victim again. Cause
Wouldn't... Oh,
it's the victim again.
I swear to God.
Well,
Very-
I guess.
Very silly.
No, it's the victim again.
but the victim is... Never
Because-
mind.
But the victim. That. Would it be K? Or
K,
would
well-
it be? Maybe it would be K.
Guys, it disappears when I point to K, and it goes back when I. Does that mean anything? I guess it's the killers.
So K. Let's take this in a. Okay,
How
so
was
2
Orly
is the
kid?
security guard.
Where is
K
Aurel
is the
right now?
first job. W was right, and V censored the victim.
No. So K is killer, W is witness, and then this would be Kristoff. This is Kristoff right here.
Oh,
This
that
is
makes
I thought it
Phoenix.
was like K censor killer, W censor right,
Yeah.
V censor victim, and then 2 would either be security guard.
Is it the killer? Okay.
Someone.
No, because he
Could
would
it?
have to get up. He couldn't reach across
he'd
and
have-
hit him like that. He would have to get up
Yeah, unless
and then
no.
like face here, right?
maybe
Yeah.
let's think about this. Maybe you see, I don't know. Maybe it's a little thing. Like you see where Kristoff is probably standing. Like,
Yeah,
did
because
you
he
guys
can't see anything.
Did you guys see what was in the other room that looks like that, like a painting or something?
Like a painting? What do you mean?
Like the
Like the
the
little
eyes
gray
of a
box,
painting?
small little gray box right beside Chris, right between the wall between him and
Okay, I think
Kristoff.
it's the killer. I'm just gonna present killer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look around and find out. If you get things
Yes.
wrong, you get things wrong.
The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front? Sitting where his indicator currently is. I would think it'd be quite hard, yes?
Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the
haircut. He looks like a lime.
He looks like, after Kazuma cut Ouchie's top
Yeah.
knot off? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why would the victim suddenly... Oh, whoops.
Haircut
I believe
gets worse and worse by every Attorney game. We've seen what happened during the Great Attorney Chronicles. Now this bullshit? Nah. He looks like a goddamn lemon.
A lemon?
Fucking lemon. He has a lemon-shaped head.
I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light.
What?
Look. Lemon.
There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Apollo, if the victim was struck while he was sitting as shown here, where would his assailant be standing? Try marking it on the diagram. What? But there's no room to put a mark where the killer should be. Don't worry. Let's think it through and see what we can find.
In the closet?
In the closet.
We know the victim was facing towards the wall at the time of the crime. That's the only thing we know for sure. Let's try to forget something
Oh, the
else.
closet.
Where would the killer?
So the killer is there. So
Like right
He'd
there.
have to be
In the
here.
closet.
since
Yeah, he'd
it's
have
a
to be
closet.
there.
He would have to
No.
be
Yeah,
here.
Wait,
You
it was
jump
he
back.
was struck at the front, right? Unless like the person was at the side and struck him like swung
No,
it back.
I'm.
Well, there was no one at the site except
Oh,
for the
okay.
witness.
I was right. The killer had to be standing. Well, here.
I swear to God.
You get points for flair, but that's all you get.
Ugh. I thought I was onto something there too.
I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible. The victim is facing a solid cupboard.
It's a closet. It's
Are
a
you
closet.
Or are you claiming the cupboard, the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? Ha!
It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer
It was
killer
moved.
Cutter. The
could have
cutter.
been standing. That means at the very moment of the crime. Wait! I know! At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there.
What's this now?
I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin?
Kristoff, I swear to God.
Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard and the hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately! Have them try to move the cupboard. Your Honor?
What?
There's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. Yes, I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright.
Well, duh, he was
I
ace
do my
attorney, but
best.
that's something happened
He was an
suddenly.
ace attorney. He was an attorney. An ace attorney. An ace attorney in a courtroom. And the courtroom made him crazy.
Crazy? I was
I was
crazy.
What?
And his attorney made him an attorney. Attorney? He was an attorney once. In a courtroom. A courtroom with prosecutors. Prosecutors made him crazy. Prosecutors? I knew a prosecutor once. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed.
There were witnesses. The witnesses made me crazy.
Okay, the killer was standing here in the time and whatever. Then this cupboard wasn't here, which means Apollo tried moving the cupboard.
The fuck you mean? Oh, the
Okay,
cupboard.
okay.
That's it, I swear to God. What the fuck you mean move the cupboard? Oh,
Thank you.
it moves. It
Thank
moves.
you.
Silly.
Another one, thank you. As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been shown here. Now
So
everything
the
is in
killer
place
was-
to reconstruct
Oh,
the moment of the
question.
crime.
How did the killer get in between the cupboard and the other thing?
Oh my god, wait. They said it was, okay, this room used to be used for friggin' black market dealings. So they said they were secret passages. There's a fucking secret passage here.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
makes
gosh,
sense.
why does Phoenix say it like that? Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my. What's
Okay,
this?
He's not proving the point that he's
What
more
is it
gay
now?
than the rest of the room.
Look at the diagram of the scene once more. It appears we've found yet another contradiction. That I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Huh? Oh, dang!
Oh,
No.
damn.
Notice something,
Damn.
Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion.
Logical.
Now then, Mr.
Logical.
Now then, Mr.
Logical. I
Justice.
barely know.
Logic and reasoning spectacular. I barely know her.
Barely know her.
Mr. Justice,
Logic
please.
reasoning spectacular. I barely know her.
Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness? Indicate what diagram contradicts what we know about the crime. Christoph fucking Gavin.
Correct.
This guy.
A little shit.
About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard was completely covered up the Whoa, I got an accent there for a second.
Wow.
Cover up the window to the stairs. Ah! That's right, someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin. What? What did you say?
Stop
Oh?
looking at the fucking. He's so smug.
Is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool? Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And that's someone. And someone was, while the window to the room was blocked by the cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene from?
Through the window. Through the fucking painting.
To the window!
Through
to the
window.
floor!
The
Whoa.
people in the stands are so weird and creepy.
They're so weird. What the hell
Phantom
are they?
faces at the window. Phantom
To the
shadows on the
wall, to the
floor.
person, to the judge.
Okay, excuse me, Your Honor. Order! This is a court of law and I will have order. Does anyone want to be the bailiff?
Sure.
Alright.
Sure, why not? We must see the water investigating team of the Warship Bowl Club. And what did they do? Bowl? They examined the cupboard, Mr. Hideout. In the hideout, Your Honor.
Oh? And what did they find?
Well, Your Honor. It turns out there was a secret passage behind it.
Oh yeah, Sherlock. I mean, Herlock Sholmes too, baby.
And Mr.
Sherlock,
Jones,
excuse
Mr.
me?
Jones,
What?
You're not in this game.
Sherlock.
Yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room, as our many regulars know about. I do remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it. A secret passage is handy to have when you're engaged in illegal things going on. You never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. I remember it's a secret passage. Where does it go? The other side connects to the restaurant above.
Hallway.
Underworld bosses would get away from the cops to enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer.
What is
Whoa. Someone's ready to have a breakdown.
I don't know, he looks fine to me.
Mm,
You see where our line of
what the fuck?
simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? You know, my ancestor, my friend once channeled my ancestor, and he kept yapping about this one detective guy. Fuck.
Who was that one detective?
What do you mean, one detective guy, Mr. Wright? Don't worry about it. I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked in the victim's hat. It was only off his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from the inside of the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin,
Come on. Say something. Dare I ask, what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny. There he crouched hidden in a secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. Then the chance came and he took it. Ah!
Oh shit.
Eek!
Oh shit.
What? Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get help. Miss Olga really was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. But his time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passageway into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside. He wheeled his chair around to look, and
Bam!
after the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized he needed to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer at the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red! Oh.
The hell is the head jerk? The fuck is the head jerk? Christopher.
Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly sorry you had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne! Yeah! Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution will continue with its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Believe me when I say I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin, but I'm afraid circumstances call me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately.
Oh damn.
Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself.
What a liar and a scam.
It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in such a low-grade parlor trick.
What?
Excuse me? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. And not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence? Let me ask you something, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course. This bottle, for instance. The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints of the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints, am I right, Mr. Payne? Actually, yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were, upside down.
Basically think,
actually, I seem to recall this being an issue earlier. The court in this case demand an explanation. I can't think of only one reason why one would hold the bottle upside down, and that is to hit someone with the bottom of this bottle. Well, Your Honor. See how the caught fish squirms to the last. Well, Apollo? Yes? Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation just like that. Yeah. Just like what? Would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. Is there really another? Take another look at the court record. I believe you'll find a simple answer there, in plain sight.
Of course, listen to the hobo who used to be an attorney.
What?
You Phoenix.
Okay, wait.
You, man.
This has a bottle. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
This is the bottle. This has bottles. I have a bottle. Hold on a minute. Let me just...
What? What?
Hold on. It's weirder when you can't see... When I can't, like, turn on my camera. Okay, so if the bottles were, like, beside him like that. So, bottle goes here. And then he would reach for it. Yeah, you wouldn't pick up the bottle. Yeah. Okay, I got it. I got it.
You had to do an IRL demonstration.
Yeah, I did. How about you just say
I
the
gotta
answer in
go.
plain words?
I
Okay.
gotta go. Good luck with the rest of the case.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
It would be hasty to deliver the verdict with unanswered questions indeed. Well, Mr. Justice? Mr. Gavin said that the court and this case demand an explanation. I'm doing the forehead thing just like he is. Don't worry, Mr. Justice won't leave until justice is...
Because I have nothing to say.
Don't worry, justice won't leave until justice is done. Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court? What evidence do you explain? Okay, I know what it is. It's this. It's actually easier to show you than to explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. See, this is what I did. Excuse me? On the floor? Yes, now reach down and pick it up. Without getting out of your chair. Ah! See? You naturally go to pick up the bottle by its neck. With your fingers. Upside down! Oh my god, I love this theme. Look at this photograph taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano. Bottles of grape juice on the floor. To the side of his piano bench. I love grape juice. He'd have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. Wow, I can't believe it was that simple. Recall our dinner that evening, Kristoff. I was drinking my usual juice then, too. Basically, you need this bottle on the table to do the deed. But then you must have remembered. Hey, Phoenix, did you ever say prayed, forgive the discourtesy of filling your hallowed chalice in the middle of this poker game? Apollo, why would I say that? Just a feeling?
That he's somewhat related to Barry, because I have like a little headcanon that their descendants, you know, got together and then they're...
Wait, whose descendants?
Okay, Ryunosuke and Barracks, they got together, but like, not...
Like
together,
their descendants?
Like their descendants, like, maybe like third or fourth down the line.
Listen, the only thing, like, the thing that blows my mind about Ryunosuke is that he managed to reproduce. Have you seen that man? Like, what the fuck?
Wait, you said it! Oh my God.
So you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano, and you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and you made it look like the murder weapon. Order! 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 What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin? He's Southern now.
Southern.
Fascinating. So this legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle? Where is your proof? Proof? Well, that's... as I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Ah, yes. I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at Borscht Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. What are you going to dust? What? Are you going to dust that for fingerprints too? I'd be surprised if there were any on that but his. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, sure. But that bottle wouldn't bear a trace of anything. Say, Apollo? Yes? Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? But
oh, it has the card in
why?
it, doesn't it?
Just humor me.
It has the card. That's the one
Mr.
that has
Wright.
the card.
That bottle will solve this case once and for all. What? That's some bottle. I see it. I can see it. I can see it. Look.
It's in there.
Oh my god.
It is in there.
There's something inside the bottle. Oh my god. What's this? That card. It can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment? Miss Olga O'Reilly? Yeah, our little swindling Devotchka. But the planted card... No, we already said this. It's a flashback. Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in the piece of your testimony? Oh my god. Flashbacks galore. Oh my god. The Five of Hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the fourth person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. What's happening?
Oh no.
What's...
It's a breakdown. What the?
What the fuck?
What the? What just happened?
Is he telekinetic?
Huh?
Phoenix. That is all. Oh my god.
Girl? What just
Is-
happened?
This your idea of revenge, Phoenix, right? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic.
Straight. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Straight and true.
Uh-huh.
Nothing's changed. All I did was point out the finger of justice in the proper way of direction. Proper fuck direction. Oh, he's back. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? Is he French? Are you French? This is insane. What about me? I don't get to prosecute anyone?
Poor guy. Sounds like a you problem, to be honest, bro.
I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Bain, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted to everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler. Not profession, to be sure. That's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Wright? Yes? 7 years. You still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with much significance for me, both as a friend and as a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated. This courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, the defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? This is a dark time for our legal system. Dark times for legal systems happen a lot in Ace Attorney, don't they? A twisting of justice brought by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. Mr. Wright. Our work lies ahead of us. And I, for one, am looking forward to it. Aw. Well, this seems like a good time to announce the verdict. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix, right.
You're guilty. Not guilty.
Court is adjourned. Oh my god, what the fuck just happened?
I don't know, bro. I blinked out and suddenly we're here.
Thanks, Apollo. You came through, just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. the killer. I couldn't have done it myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability? Ability? Yes. A sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... What's this weird vibe I'm getting? What was that, Mr. Wright? You have to find out the answer to that question yourself. The answer. Right. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have to commit a murder? Perhaps he'll learn that in the days to come. Huh? Wait, you don't know, do you? This locket is the key. Huh? Oh, that reminds me, I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. She's a bit older than that, isn't she?
Yeah, I think that's just a younger.
Your daughter, right? That's right, she's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket. Eh? I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him. Wait, but that's perjury! You testified, you said the locket was yours! I said no such thing, actually.
What?
Huh? I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Wait, but then, why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter in it? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're just getting started with your career.
Hey Phoenix, where did you pick up Trucy from? Where did you pick her up from?
Yeah, actually. There's no way this man
Just like randomly saw her.
randomly, like, found a girl.
It's definitely got to do with shady business.
And he does not have a wife. Look at
Yeah.
this man. You think he would have a wife? No.
Not really, but I'm assuming this Phoenix Wright sense would say yes.
I don't know, man. I still can't believe
Continue.
I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo? Yes? How about coming to work for me? Huh? You mean at the Wright & Co. law offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. Can't imagine that to be true, but... Wait, but didn't you... You're not a... Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore.
I bet Maya.
That incident 7 years ago.
No.
That legendary trial. And at the middle of it was one man. Phoenix Wright.
What happened? Oh my
The case
God.
reached its sad conclusion and he left law for good. Yeah, no, definitely not. I've seen the other games. Well, pictures of it. Have you ever thought about coming back to courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? What are you talking about? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. One piece of evidence struck me as odd, it's true. It just seemed too... perfect. I bet this was the forged evidence, the card. You mean this, don't you? You got this from your... I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Yes, the card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. The court can't accept this evidence.
Ah, so that's what you did, Phoenix.
Okay, Phoenix, right. He forged evidence? Okay. Maruhodos and not being able to do their job correct, like... Then you really... Yes, I forged this card. Look at the crime scene, should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney! Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo? So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago. None of that matters much now, does it? Ah!
Oh,
I punched him.
you punched a legendary.
It's your story from here on out, Apollo.
Oh, that is so symbolic.
Perhaps I can help you turn the next page.
That is so symbolic.
My office's address. Drop in if you'd like. Mr. Wright. What about your uppercut? Try yelling, take that next time. Find it packs a little more punch. And Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. At the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'd find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law. And this is how my story begins.
Because I am.
That was insane!
I don't know what just happened. Phoenix, what the fuck?
I got an achievement.
Yay.
Turnabout Trump, thank you.
I really don't know what to think, to be honest. I am...
Continue on to the next episode?
doing
Maybe not right now. The next episode... The next episode is called... I don't know.
Is that Clavier?
Yeah, that's Clavier. This... Oh my gosh, it has Emma! Emma!
Who?
She was in
Oh,
Rise
Emma
from the
Skye,
Ashes.
yeah.
Emma Skye! I love her! Okay. Yeah. Well, This is fucking crazy, bro.
Are you ending the stream now?
Maybe. Return to title. I can't. I will never get over that. That's so fucking cool.
It's just perfect.
Alright then. That's
That's it.
Oh my god. That's crazy! Hello! Molly Eats Pie. How's life? I'm so sorry. We are just finishing the stream. Well,